Welcome to the Kareem Report, aka Mr. 100 Likes. How you guys doing? Wow. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Tonight I'm going a different direction. I know it's a dominant basketball Laker channel, but anybody know me time and time. I do other things, talk about other topics. Tonight I want to talk about the mafia. Anybody been watching this channel? I've done a couple videos about the mafia. I've done a lot of federal time with these guys. I pretty much know some of these guys. I've been around a lot of these guys. Some of these guys cool. I remember when the Gafficanti family, they all got locked up. I remember they all came in on the Vinny Ocean case. The guy Jimmy Gallo, he was cool. Joe Scafani. Who else was on that case? It was a lot of guys on that case. And Phil Abramo, the old man Steve. I was with, a lot of other guys from different families. I was with Joe Watts. I was locked up with Joe Watts. I was locked up with Andrew Russo, Chucky Russo, JoJo Russo, Joey Diamante, Eddie Garofalo. The one I know it's two of them, not the one that dies, the other one, Pee Wee Lanza. I remember he died. He was on the compound. He died. Named Anthony Lanza. Uncle Albert Pinko. They call him Uncle Albert. The Pontiac brothers, Ernest and Joe. Like I said, there's a lot of guys there. I was Jerry Lingella's son was in there. But there's a lot of guys that I got to meet. I think Oscar Sorian. There's a lot of guys I got to meet and inside there. A lot of them guys was cool. They leaned on a lot of black guys because the black guys more of the strength in there. A lot of guys was cool. I remember Joe Watts bought the whole unit some sneakers. But and I seen Sammy the Bull in the hole. This was when he caught they brought him back down when he caught the ecstasy case, and they brought him back to New York. I don't know what he was there for. He was in the hole, and they was like, Sammy, you effing rat. He was real little. I remember I used to see him. His cell was right there, right across from mine. So I used to see Sammy the Bull or whatever. And like I said, I've seen a lot of these guys and been around a lot of them guys. And some of them real good people. But it's more about these rats, these guys who cooperated when they come to their YouTube channels. And the snitching thing and the guys who cooperated, it's one thing if you cooperate and you laid back and you just don't say nothing, to be honest. These guys on these YouTube channels, they talk crazy, they act extra tough. Guys like Dom Cicale, he act extra tough like he's some big tough guy. And John Pennisi, he don't act tough, but he real slick and sneaky, real sneaky guy. You can see you can look him, see he's gonna cooperate. Sammy the Bull Vano, James Borello, John A. Light, Jimmy Calandri. A lot of these guys, they come on YouTube and they talk extra tough. This guy shouldn't. I don't know how he got made. I don't know why he ain't built like. They talks like that. And what made me want to do the video, shout out to Jeff Nadel from the Sit Down podcast. Go subscribe there. Go subscribe to Lee Cole. Them guys there, they do good work. I like their channels. But I see a video with Sammy the Bull. We'll talk about Peter Gotti. Talk about he should have never been in the mafia. Peter Gotti had no business being in the mafia. He should never been in the mafia. Um, I seen John Pennisi take shots at Peter Gotti. Said somebody abused him, and Dom Cicale talked about Joe Messino, the guys he had, the captains around he had around him, saying they was shouldn't have never been in those positions because they wasn't no shooters and things like that. One thing I know for a fact, and this is the big misconception people have, they think because a guy is a shooter, that makes him tough. I've been around a lot of guys who had drug cases, took 25, 30 years just on drug cases. These guys who ain't with the violence at all, and they did their time, doing their time, whatever. And the mentality what these guys have, and they say, hey, and the excuses, they always use excuse why they told. Always use excuse. Oh, I told because Vinny Baciano, he talked too much, so that's why I told. This is what Don Cicale says. Sammy tells, oh, John Gotti was talking bad about me. Larry Mazza, oh, I found out that Greg Scarpa was a rat, and I talked to Alley Boy Persico, and Persico was like, oh, I been knew that. I been knew he worked for the government. I don't believe Alley Boy said that. I don't believe he said that. That just made the excuse for Larry Mazza to cooperate. To say he talked to Alley Boy. Alley Boy said he knew Greg was working with the police, which I doubt the Persicles did anything like that. So these guys always has excuse. These guys always talk tough. Oh, somebody's looking for me. They better come correct. John A. Light talks about the Gotti family. None of them should have been in the life. All these guys always say that. And they always, a lot of these guys take shots at Peter Gotti. And I'm surprised when these guys get interviewed. If I was interviewing one of them, the first thing I'd be like, you can't say he don't belongs in the life. Because I believe he's like 70 years old when he took his time. He took 25 years. He took 25 years. He did his time. He don't have to be no gun busting, no wild guy like that. Like, that's not what it's about. Guys goes up in position, guys who money makers, guys who have brains and things like you. They don't promote and look at you. Oh, you can't be a captain because you're not no shooter. If this guy bringing millions of dollars and he's smart and he bringing a lot of money to the family, he has a lot of value. And these guys quick to always want to downplay and say, oh, this guy, he not no tough guy. That guy, I think Peter Gotti get misrepresented all the time. And I think he don't get some credit that he deserves. Because this man did his time. He died in jail, but he did his time. And every time his name mentioned, it's be mentioned as a clown show. They mention him as a clown show, and I don't think that's right. Because, like I said, he took 25, and he's like maybe 70 years old when he took the time. And he took his time like a man died in jail that, RIP him. But it's always like some clown, some circus. Oh, look at him. He did this. He did that. He definitely deserves some credit on that. And even like all the other brothers did their time too. Gene Gotti did like 30, 40 years. They say these guys is try to talk bad about them guys, and them guys stood up. Don Casale, oh, like he's some big tough guy. Always talk about he nice with his hands. He was a killer. And see, this is the thing where the mafia went wrong. This man only been in the mafia maybe 4 years, active years in the streets. He ain't even been in the mafia long. And he just did a video about Bruno and Delicato. I was with one of Bruno and Delicato family. I forgot the guy's name. His last name is Delicato. I forgot what his first name was. But Bruno is a legend. He's been around for a long time. And Don Cicale is going to try to tell him the rules The mafia rules. You only been in the mob for like 3 or 4 years. These guys is cheap, $2, piece of trash. They come on YouTube. They got a lot of following. People want to hear their stories, but they all do the same thing. Use excuse why they told. Then want to say, "Oh, that life over with. I'm so changed." You can see these guys ain't. These a lot of them guys didn't change. Oh, I change. I do it for this. It's a bunch of crap, man. And that's why I like Lee Cole channel. Lee Cole be calling them guys out, and I think a lot of them guys do need to get called out because they're getting too cocky now. They're getting too cocky on these channels, and they talking a lot of trash. And yeah, I just think that Peter Gotti definitely deserved more respect on his name because he every time his name mentioned, it's like a clown, and they talk, very negative about him. But at the end of the day, he was a boss for a few years in that family, which he held that position. He went to jail. He got 25 years, and he didn't say nothing. He did his time. He did his time. He didn't say nothing. Even though I think that he's he should never went to jail. I would, that's for like another video. I ain't gonna get into that, but I ain't gonna make this video too long. But I need you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe, support this video. This more of a lesson of the people out here now who committing crimes, people in gangs, people in this. The street life is over. It's over because now when people snitch, people to be ashamed. People to lie, say they didn't snitch, be ashamed. They don't come around. These guys out here like this. Before the mafia, they in some type of witness protection program, change they appearance, plastic surgery, walk around with a beard, a wig, and all type. These guys full fledged. They t-shirt on face, don't get no plastic surgery, nothing like this. And they making videos. They do meet and greets. It's like things change. The game is not even worth it. It's not worth it. Just get a job, start a business. It's not even worth it. I just want to touch on that because this man, Peter Gotti, get abused in the public, and people listen to that. I even see people in the comment section, and it's like he's the butt of every joke. And I think he deserves way more credit than he get. Peace.